Hey, Ba, come and take a puff of this cigar. You know you want to. It's a Pinky brand, so you know it's going to be good. Just come over here. Take a few puffs. All the cool kids are doing it. You know you want to give in. Hi there, this is Morgus, back with another tutorial today. We're going to do world particle effects using a cigar to produce realistic smoke. This is something Owlboy would like to see a lot of in the pug. Let's get him to put in some ashtrays for us. Gives a nice good atmosphere to the place. Looks pretty cool with the world particle effects. You'll be able to blow some smoke rings and stuff. First thing we're going to want to do is set up our avatar for these world particle effects. So let's go ahead and go into our armature. I'm going to go ahead and move my cigar that I put in here. You can use the cigar I provide in the GitHub. This is Pinky brand cigars. Thank Mr. Pinky for this one. Let's go ahead and put it in the wrist. It's there. You move it to where you want on yours. Let's go ahead and set up the wrist for the world particle effects. So for the world particle effects, we need rigid bodies. So you go to where you're going to put your smoke coming from. It's not going to be on the cigar. It's going to be on the bone you want. So we're going to put it on the wrist for the cigar. So we'll do add component, rigid body. Make sure you turn off gravity. It looks pretty disturbing whenever you leave on gravity. The arm will droop down pretty severely. Turn it off. We're also going to do some exhales and blowing smokes and stuff, so we're going to want a rigid body on our head. Go to your head, add a rigid body, same thing, turn off gravity. So we got our armature set up now. Let's set up our world particle effects. You don't do these inside the armature, you do this inside the root of the avatar. So what you're going to want to do is go to the root of your avatar, create empty. Go ahead and make another create empty. This is going to be one for the head and one for the hand. So let's rename these. This is going to be head joint. And rename this one. I'm going to rename this one left hand joint. So what we're going to do here is set up the connections from these two objects to the world particle effects we want. So on the head, add component, fixed joint. That's going to add a rigid body and a fixed joint. Turn off gravity on the rigid body again. And we want to connect this one to the head. And so now we're set up here for this fixed joint. We're going to do the same thing on the left hand. Turn off gravity. Connect the rigid body to the left hand. And now we got our avatar set up for our world particle effects. Now I'm going to install the Uni package I provided for the cigar smoke. Okay, we got our smoke package installed. Let's go ahead and go to it. We got 4 prefabs in here and some textures and materials. Let's start off with our ember prefab to give our cigar a nice little ember effect. This one's a local particle effect. It's your standard particle effect. Just add it to your cigar after adding it to your scene. Then you'll need to move it down over here to the cigar. Easier just to get it close. And it's a little bit bigger than I want for this cigar. So I'm going to go ahead and resize it, show you how to scale it down. It's just scaling using your scalar features. I find I like this one about 1012 for my cigar here. Right around there. Maybe a little too big. Yeah, let's go down to yeah, I like that. Let's leave it there. So we got our ember effect in there now. I usually leave mine on all the time. I don't turn this one on and off. Just get it nice and where it's getting a little glow there. It's a sphere effect. You can change the shape and the shape here, or you can change the size of the particles right here. But let's go ahead and move on from that one. We can go ahead and close down the armature. We're done in there. Let's go ahead and make the smoke prefab for the cigar. What we're going to do is place this one in the left-hand joint. This one's going to be coming from over here. You can kind of see it in the background there now, playing. Move this one kind of similar position, line it up with the cigar again. Not going to spend too much time doing this. I hate doing this part. You can perfect that, but you got a nice little smoke rising from the cigar effect. It's a world particle effect, so this one, anytime you move the cigar, the smoke will actually kind of keep rising its trajectory and won't follow your hand like a local effect. So we got that set up. I'll leave that one all the time. Don't have to worry about animations or anything there. And then our last two prefabs we have here are going to be our overrides. They're going to be the blow in the smoke circles and just the standard exhale that I've made. So we're going to drop both of these into the head joint. Let's just go ahead and enable one of these. These are off because these will be turned on by overrides. I just have a limited duration. This is not a looping one, so I press the override, it does it for a little while and turns off on its own. Creates a nice little effect. You can see here it blows the smoke out. It's already set up for an avatar, so it's sized properly for it. You can move it around to where you need it. You can adjust the size, the shape, depending on the size of your avatar. Use a scale as well to try to get the shape and everything you want. This is good for kind of a standard avatar. Mine's about 5 foot or so. And here's a smoke circle one. Gotta enable it. Well, that'd be good. Turn this one off. Unfortunately, I've not yet figured out a good 3D effect to the smoke circle, so you pretty much got to be looking dead on to get the cool smoke circle effect. If you look from the side, you still see the I'm working on it. I'll get this updated eventually with the 3D effect. For now, I'm just going to leave it as a 2D effect. You can use it or not use it. It's up to you. Go ahead and disable these. Then we're going to have to make our overrides just like normal. This is all set up for world effects now. You can use these world effects, similar ideas, with the joints for guns, so the bullet doesn't follow your hand when you move around. Flamethrowers kind of give a really cool fire effect when you have them in world particle effects. Just use your rigid bodies and your fixed joints, like I have it set up here, and then use overrides to turn them off and on. I'll do a quick tutorial on how to do these on overrides again. You'll need to set up an animation. I'm going to go ahead and make a duplicate because we don't want to do it on our main avatar. Turn off the main avatar. Get the correct avatar. Do create animation. Let's go ahead and just make the simple exhale one as the natural one to do. I'm going to go and grab an animation I've had previously just to grab the finger bones off of it so I don't have to do the finger bones again. Copy it. Go back to our animation on our duplicate. Now I got my hands in there. Just standard animation, and then what we're going to do for this is we're going to go into our head joint and make our exhale prefab active. Turn it on. Now you'll exhale. And it's a standard for animation overrides. Copy the entire thing, make sure you get all of them, and then go one keyframe over, paste them, make sure everything is the same on both. This is our animation override, and now we have it there. And we have it in here. There it is. There's our animation. So we can go into our animation override file, like we used previously, and just go ahead and replace the rock and roll with that exhale one we made. And now we have our animation set up for overrides. Go ahead and turn this one off. We don't need that one anymore. Turn back our upload avatar. And I've made it in the smoking override one here. All we got to do is drag that over there to smoking override. Now we can exhale. Hope this tutorial helps you out. I'll try to do some more world particle effects. Try to show you how to make them and stuff later. Give me any ideas you'd like to see from a tutorial. I appreciate you watching. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. Hopefully I'll upload some more tutorial videos. Try to do a little bit more, show you a little bit more. I appreciate it. Thanks.